This is finally the long-awaited part 3 of What If Goku and Gohan join Raditz. Sorry, it's been a long time. It's taken a while for me to edit this, and I'm here, so let's get started. We are now in age 767, the Cell Saga. Well, it takes place during when the Cell Saga would be. We have Turles, Raditz, Kakarot, and Carrots all on a world they are conquering in the name of Frieza. Kakarot looks at his hands in horror and disgust. The blood on his hands. He looks at his hands as if he was a child again. He thinks, what am I doing? Why am I killing these innocent people? In the name of someone I'm just going to rebel against. Then he looks at the rubble of the destroyed city. And he thinks to himself, look at the destruction I've caused. Look at all this. I shouldn't be killing innocent people and destroying people's homes and houses. Goku is clearly conflicted about what he's doing. And then he has flashbacks of when he was a child. He remembers Bulma, his adventures, him with Krillin and Master Roshi training. He remembers fighting Demon King Piccolo, and he remembers meditating. He remembers fighting Piccolo Jr. and winning. He keeps seeing himself as a child growing up into Goku, his former self. He stares at the ground in utter shock before he passes out and falls unconscious to the ground. The Saiyans pick him up and they head back to the nearest Frieza planet. Gohan stays outside waiting for his father to recover. While in the healing chamber, Kakarot thinks in his mind, why did I think of those things? And then again, he has the same flashbacks over and over and over again. Then he thinks back to Earth, all the people he's killed in his Ozaru form and normal form. It is clawing away at his consciousness. But then Kakarot wakes up. Meanwhile, Raditz and Turles are discussing what's happening to Kakarot, because this keeps happening more and more. Him having these flashbacks in the middle of missions. It hinders his battling capabilities. Next, the Kakarot and Carrot step in the room to talk to Turles and Raditz. Kakarot has an idea. He remembers something and he needs to tell Prince Vegeta. So they point him in his way of Prince Vegeta. He tells him, Prince Vegeta, about the Dragon Balls and how there might be a whole planet full of these Namekians, as he remembers they were called, as Raditz recognized what Demon King Piccolo Jr. was, and he was a Namekian. So they all head off to planet Namek as fast as they can, even in their space pods, before Frieza is able to catch up with them. The current power levels: Vegeta 60,000, Tarble 37,000, Carrots 38,000, Kakarot 50,000, Turles 40,000, Nappa 20,000, and Raditz 25,000. Eventually, Frieza figures out where they're going, and Frieza knows exactly what they're doing after a while, and he goes straight to planet Namek. Meanwhile, Vegeta, Tarble, and Nappa attack the Namekian village to get their Dragon Balls. And eventually, they do define the Dragon Ball after killing almost every single person in that Namekian village, leaving only one survivor. Turles and Raditz do the same, collecting a Dragon Ball from another Namekian village. Even Kakarot and Carrots attack and kill the innocent Namekians, leaving only one survivor, a small child named Dende, who is allowed to live and flees for his life. Eventually, Frieza, Zarbon, and Dodoria all find Dragon Balls, and Qui finds Vegeta. In the classic Qui versus Vegeta battle happens. Vegeta kills Qui, just like in the original story. But something that doesn't happen in the original story is Kakarot and Carrots versus Dodoria, and that's what's about to happen. So now we have a 2-on-1. Dodoria is actually horrified. He sees these two Saiyans who he knows he thinks he can beat. But once the battle goes on, he starts losing. And he says, I can tell you what actually happened to your home planet if you let me live. And Kakarot and Carrots are very intrigued by this, so, they let him go to see what he says. He tells him how Frieza feared the potential of the Saiyan race, and how Frieza destroyed planet Vegeta. But they get a very interesting response, thanks to Doria. They say how they don't care and kill him with the father-son Kamehameha. Next we have Turles, Raditz, and Zarbon facing off. And Zarbon is no match for Turles at all, even in his ugly form. But Raditz is more of an even match, but the thing is, they gang up on him. So even when he transforms into his ugly form, Zarbon still has absolutely no chance, and is killed just like in the original. But first he pleads and pleads to team up, but it doesn't work.
All the years of being spat on and taunted by you, I'm expected to show you mercy. If we joined together, we could prevail over Frieza.
So eventually all the Saiyans get back together to discuss how they're going to get the rest of the Dragon Balls that Frieza has. And they decide they're just going to simply invade Frieza's ship. And that's what they do. Vegeta is the one who goes in, while everyone else is the one who stays out. Because there are so many power levels, even though they can suppress their energy where the scouters do not pick them up, they're still not the best at them. So Vegeta finds Frieza's ship and infiltrates it. So what Vegeta does is what he does in canon. He runs, causes mayhem in the ship, but first he gets the Dragon Balls. Right? And when he sees the Dragon Balls, he's like, oh yeah, immortality. The end of Frieza's reign. So he takes the Dragon Balls right under Frieza's nose and throws them to the rest of the Saiyans.
Out you go! Well, looks like my work here is done.
So the Saiyans have the Dragon Balls, but they go across the same problem Frieza has. They don't know what to do with them. So they think maybe there's a code that the Namekians would know. But almost all the Namekians are dead, except the ones that Kakarot and Carrot spared. The only one is a little Namekian named Dende. So Vegeta rushes to find Dende, led by Kakarot and Carrots, where they can still remember his energy. Because remember, they're from Earth, so they can sense energy way better than the rest of the Saiyans can. So they go all the way to find Dende. They find Dende hiding in a cave. And when they do, they basically kidnap him from where he is. So he has to help them. They're all in shock. This dragon is ginormous, much, much bigger than the one on Earth, which only Kakarot has seen a handful of times in his life. So now they literally sense Frieza's energy on the way. Vegeta tells Dende, give him immortality, then make a new planet Vegeta right where the old one was, and for his last wish to revive every single Saiyan killed by Frieza's hands or by Frieza's orders, and them to be brought back to planet Vegeta. And as soon as the wish is over, Frieza gets there and the Dragon Balls turn to stone. Frieza is royally pissed, but he literally doesn't care because he's immortal now. Frieza charges up a death ball and throws it at Vegeta. But Vegeta just takes that blast head on. He doesn't even dodge. He's completely evaporated. But then we see Vegeta appear to show back up. Like he's regenerating, getting a extremely strong Zenkai boost in the meantime, becoming even stronger than Frieza. So Frieza keeps doing the same thing over and over, becomes insane, and Vegeta just gets stronger and stronger and stronger, until eventually he starts laughing at Frieza's face. He's like, don't you understand? I'm immortal now. No one can kill me, and due to my Saiyan biology, I will only get stronger and stronger each time, so please, Frieza, keep attacking me with all you've got. Frieza, by now, in his final form, is extremely angry and horrified. But Vegeta is now done playing with Frieza. He shoots a final blast at Frieza, wiping him out, never to be seen again. Frieza's dead. But is his family dead? The Saiyans do not think about that at the moment. They go to their pods, set their coordinates for planet Vegeta, and this is where we will leave off the story. Hey guys, sorry it took so long for me to get this part out. It's been a grind. I know it doesn't seem like it, but it really has. But it's finally out there. Please, please comment. Tell me anything you think I can improve on, any story ideas, or anything like that. That's all I'm asking for. Like, that would be pretty nice too. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.